Donald Trump is panicking today after he's facing a full-blown revolt from his MAGA base. The outrage comes after Trump approved of a plan to help the country of Qatar build an Air Force base on US soil, a move that not only is laced with hints of major corruption, but has Laura Loomer, a major Trump ally, calling on people to boycott the midterms entirely, just to punish Donald Trump. So keep watching to see why MAGA voters are now turning on Donald Trump, and as always, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. Now, before I could talk about Donald Trump giving US territory to Qatar, I think we need to revisit the last time that Trump was talking about this small Middle Eastern nation. Because in case you forgot, earlier this year, Donald Trump faced a massive scandal involving the country of Qatar after they gifted him a massive luxury airplane with the cost of over $400 million. And if this gift wasn't strange enough, people immediately cried corruption every single time that Trump was asked about this jet, and he would freak out on reporters and completely dodge the subject.
Mr. President, what do you say to people who view that luxury jet as a personal gift to you? Why not leave it behind?
You're ABC fake news, right?
Why not?
Only ABC, well, a few of you would. Let me tell you, you should be embarrassed asking that question. They're giving us a free jet. I could say, no, don't give us, I want to pay you $1 billion or 400 million or whatever it is. Or I could say, thank you very much. You know, there was an old golfer named Sam Snead. Did you ever hear him? He won 82 tournaments. He was a great golfer. And he had a motto: when they give you a putt, you say, thank you very much. You pick up your ball and you walk to the next hole. A lot of people are stupid.
A Qatari jet to be used as Air Force One.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You know, you to get out of here. What does this have to do with the Qatari jet? They're giving the United States Air Force a jet, okay? And it's a great thing. We're talking about a lot of other things. It's NBC trying to get off the subject of what you just saw. You are a real, you're a terrible reporter. Number one, you don't have what it takes to be a reporter. You're not smart enough. But for you to go into a subject about a jet that was given to the United States Air Force, which is a very nice thing, they also gave $5.1 trillion worth of investment in addition to the jet. Go back, you ought to go back to your studio at NBC, because Brian Roberts and the people that run that place, they ought to be investigated. They are so terrible the way you run that network, and you're a disgrace. No more questions from you. Go ahead.
Despite accusations of major bribery, Donald Trump claimed that Qatar didn't ask for anything in return for their major gift, and that we should all just forget about it. Well, that brings us to today, where Donald Trump brought the story right back to life with this major new announcement. Apparently, the Trump administration, for no particular reason, is going to help Qatar build a massive Air Force training base in the state of Idaho. After supposedly asking for nothing in return, Qatar will now have a closer relationship to the US military than just about any other country on Earth.
No one other than President Trump could have achieved the peace that we believe will be a lasting peace in Gaza, and Qatar played a substantial role from the beginning, working with our folks to ensure that came about. So I want to thank you for that historic peace. We look forward to joining the president as that gets, it's already been delivered, but as that's formally signed as well. And I'm also proud that today we're announcing, we're signing a letter of acceptance to build a Qatari Emiri Air Force facility at the Mountain Home Air Base in Idaho. The location will be host a contingent of Qatari F-15s and pilots to enhance our combined training, increase lethality, interoperability. It's just another example of our partnership. And I hope you know, Your Excellency, that you can count on us.
After lecturing all of America's NATO allies on needing to fend for themselves, Trump is now going to help build up and train Qatar's Air Force right here on American soil. And this could not have come at a worse time, because Donald Trump and congressional Republicans just decided to block paychecks to people in the military during the government shutdown. And as people start to hit their first weeks without paychecks, we are now seeing service members turning to food pantries because they can't buy groceries without paychecks. And Donald Trump is refusing to pay our own military, but he'll help Qatar's instead? Does that sound fair to you?
They take a step aside here. There is quite a bit of military members and their families in line because of this government shutdown. We're in day 9 of it, and they're here for a food pantry. There's all sorts of food that is available, and I spoke with some military member spouses, and I spoke with some department heads here at the ASYMCA on why this is so important. What's the difference in the amount of people that you've seen from today to previously?
So when we first started coming, there definitely wasn't this amount of people. It was a lot, but it wasn't this amount to where it wrapped around the building. But lately it has been a lot. Like we were here last week and we were in line for like 2 hours.
In a normal week, we usually run out of food around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Last week, we ran out of food about 10:30.
Now, I don't know about you, but this whole deal absolutely smells of corruption. The president got a huge new golden jet, and now Qatar has a huge new ally in Donald Trump, all while our own service members are facing work without pay. And while we might call this corruption on the left, it looks like people on the right are now calling it a straight-up betrayal. For example, Amy Meck, the founder of the far-right Rare Foundation, posted it on Twitter, "I am in shock that Washington would approve a deal letting Qatar, Hamas's #1 financer, open a Qatari Air Force facility on US soil. This isn't shared defense goals, this is shared delusion." She then goes on in this and other posts to talk about how Qatar has funded terrorist groups around the world, and ironically enough, Donald Trump himself has spent years attacking Qatar as a threat to peace in the Middle East, but I guess he forgot about that after they give him his shiny new jet. I mean, here he is railing against the country in his very first year as president.
The nation of Qatar, unfortunately, has historically been a funder of terrorism at a very high level. And in the wake of that conference, nations came together and spoke to me about confronting Qatar over its behavior. So we had a decision to make. Do we take the easy road, or do we finally take a hard but necessary action? We have to stop the funding of terrorism. I decided, along with Secretary of State Rex Tillerson, our great generals and military people, the time had come to call on Qatar to end its funding. They have to end that.
And it's not just me revisiting old clips like this. As more and more Republicans come out against this move by Donald Trump, one of his biggest allies is fueling the outrage against him, and started by commenting on this very clip. After the announcement of this new military base, Laura Loomer took Twitter by storm, beginning with this tweet. "Never thought I'd see Republicans give terror-financing Muslims from Qatar a military base on US soil so they can murder Americans. I cannot, in good conscience, make any excuse for the harboring of jihadists." Now, if you don't know, Laura Loomer is a major supporter of Donald Trump's, and even helped advise his campaign. There are even rumors that the two are so close that she helped pick some of his cabinet members.
Hey everybody, we're here at Bedminster. I'm with the greatest president ever, President Donald Trump, who is killing it right now. There's a new poll out, right? You're crushing it. You're up over 50 points. And it's a beautiful day here. Beautiful club. It's my first time here at Bedminster.
Well, it's great to have you, and you've been really very special. You work hard, and you are a very opinionated lady. I have to tell you that. And in my opinion, I like that.
Well, I appreciate that.
all of your support, and you've been terrific. And everybody appreciates your support.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me to sit with you today. It's a pleasure. You're the best. I love you.
Despite their past relationship, after the announcement of this new deal, Loomer has not only turned on Trump, but is actually encouraging people to plan on boycotting the 2026 midterms if the base gets built. She says, "There isn't a single Trump supporter who supports allowing Qatar to have a military base on US soil. I don't know who told President Trump this was a good idea, but it has made people not want to vote. This is the type of thing I would expect from a President Ilhan Omar." She then followed that up with, "I didn't vote for Qatari lobbyists to work in the West Wing. I didn't vote for Sharia law. I'm not voting in 2026. From one of Trump's biggest supporters to threatening to boycott the midterms that could literally make or break his presidency, this is a huge shift for someone like Loomer. And if you thought the tweets that I showed you in this video were bad, there were about 24 other ones that I couldn't even properly show you on YouTube. To a more sensible person, Donald Trump looks like he just sold out access to the US military for a big shiny private jet. But to a far-right Republican like Loomer, Trump looks like he's trying to strengthen ties with a country that they view as a straight-up enemy. But no matter where you stand, one thing is clear. This new deal is not going to sit well with anyone in the United States. Let me know your thoughts on Trump building Qatar's new Air Force base in the US. And as always, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more.